Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a deep dive into something pretty cool, visualization techniques for achieving goals.
Oh, very interesting.
And the source material that we're going to be pulling from today is an article from the ClickUp blog, and it's called 10 Visualization Techniques to Achieve Your Goals.
Okay.
So if you've ever wondered how to make your dreams a reality, this deep dive is for you.
Sounds good. I'm ready.
But before going to the full video, want a browsing tool that lets you manage multiple profiles securely and efficiently? Check out One Browser. With One Browser, you can create unique, isolated browser profiles for each account, protecting your privacy while managing tasks like ad campaigns, social media, and market research. It's perfect for anyone needing flexibility and security in one powerful tool. Ready to simplify your workflow and boost your productivity? Try One Browser today and experience secure browsing like never before. Don't miss out. One Browser is the must-have tool of 2024. Try it now. Okay, now back to the topic.
Of visualization.
Yeah.
The article really highlights 4 key benefits.
Okay.
Clearer decision-making, improved mental health, increased confidence, and healthier habits.
Yeah, those are all really important things. And you know what's interesting is when you visualize yourself succeeding at something,
Uh,
it can actually reduce your anxiety and help you focus better.
oh, really?
Yeah, it's like you're training your brain to believe that it's possible.
That's really cool.
So you're less likely to get bogged down in those negative thoughts and self-doubt.
Okay, I like that, yeah.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and that increased confidence that you mentioned,
Yeah.
that can be a game changer.
Oh, for sure.
When you believe in yourself, you're more likely to take risks and persevere even when things get tough.
That's a good point.
Oh,
Okay, so the article talks about 10 different techniques.
yeah, there are a lot of them.
But for this deep dive, we're going to focus on a few that I think are particularly interesting.
All right, sounds good.
So one of them is called success mapping. You ever heard of this?
Yeah, I have
Go
actually.
ahead, so tell me about it.
So success mapping is basically just creating a visual roadmap of the steps you need to take to reach your goal.
Oh.
It's like breaking down that big, scary goal into smaller, more manageable chunks.
Right, so it's not so overwhelming.
Exactly. And, it helps you to stay organized and motivated along the way.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then another one that they talk about is sensory visualization.
Oh, yeah, that one's really cool.
So what is that?
So sensory visualization is about really engaging all of your senses when you're visualizing your goal.
Okay.
Instead of just seeing it in your mind's eye,
Uh-huh.
you're also imagining what it smells like, what it tastes like,
Oh,
what it sounds like, what it feels like. You're creating this fully immersive experience in your mind.
that is really interesting. Okay, so for example,
Okay.
if my goal was to, I don't know, travel to Italy,
Okay.
I would not only picture myself,
Right.
standing in front of the Colosseum or whatever, but
Yeah.
I'd smell the pasta. I
You'd
would,
smell the fresh basil.
yeah, I'd hear people speaking Italian.
Exactly. You'd taste the gelato.
Oh yeah, the gelato.
You'd feel the cobblestones beneath your feet.
Oh wow.
It's about really making it come alive in your mind.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, and it's really powerful because the more real it feels, the more your brain starts to believe that it's possible.
Okay, so that's super interesting. I really like that one.
Yeah.
And then the next one is mental rehearsal.
Oh yeah, mental rehearsal.
So what's that all about?
So mental rehearsal is basically practicing your goal in your mind. It's kind of like how athletes visualize themselves performing before a big competition.
Oh yeah.
Michael Phelps or Simone Biles.
Right.
They all use mental rehearsal to help them stay focused and perform at their best.
And you're saying that we can do this with any goal.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's say you have a big presentation coming up at work.
Mm-hmm.
You can use mental rehearsal to practice your speech, visualize yourself delivering it confidently, and answering questions with ease. And by doing that,
Yeah.
you're actually training your brain to perform better when the real thing comes around.
Oh, that is fascinating.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a really powerful technique.
I like that. Okay, and then another technique that the article mentions is setting SMART goals.
Ah, yes. SMART goals, a classic.
Yes.
But still so relevant.
Yeah, so what does SMART stand for again?
So SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound.
Okay.
And it's basically a framework for setting goals that are more likely to be achieved.
Okay, so how does this relate to visualization?
Well, when you have a SMART goal,
Yeah.
it's easier to visualize what success looks like. Because you have a clear understanding of what you're trying to achieve,
Uh-huh.
how you're going to measure your progress, and when you want to achieve it by.
Right, that makes sense.
So instead of just saying, like, I want to be rich,
Yeah.
which is kind of vague,
Yeah, right.
you would say something like, I want to save $10,000 for a down payment on a house by the end of next year.
Okay.
That's specific,
Okay.
it's measurable, it's attainable, it's relevant, and it's time-bound.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it gives you a much clearer picture to visualize.
Okay, I'm following you. So
Yeah.
I guess these are some really interesting techniques, and I'm curious to hear more about them.
Yeah, me too. You know, one thing that I found really helpful with like setting SMART goals is actually using tools
Oh, okay.
to help kind of keep track of everything.
Yeah, like what kind of tools?
Well, ClickUp is a great one.
Mhm.
You know, it's a project management tool that has all these features for setting goals, tracking progress,
Right.
visualizing your work, and I've found it to be really helpful.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think a lot of people listening probably use ClickUp already.
Yeah, it's a popular one.
And like even if you don't use something like that,
Right.
like
Right.
a journal
Oh, yeah.
or even just like sticky notes
Totally.
could be a great way to kind of like,
Yeah, just to get it out of your head.
yeah, and like
I think visual,
keep it in front of you.
for sure.
So I guess the main thing is to like make visualization a regular practice.
Absolutely. Yeah, like consistency is key here.
Okay.
You know, it's not enough to just like visualize your goals once and then forget about it.
Right.
You got to make it a habit.
Okay, so like how often are we talking here? Like every day?
Yeah, I mean, ideally every day.
Yeah.
Even if it's just for like a few minutes.
Okay.
You know, like first thing in the morning or right before you go to bed. Just take some time to like really connect with your goals.
Okay.
Visualize yourself achieving them
Uh-huh.
and feel that sense of accomplishment.
I like that. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it sounds like visualization, it's not like magic.
No.
Right.
It's not going to like,
It's not like a genie in a bottle.
yeah, you're not just going to like
Right.
think about something and then it's going to happen.
Exactly. Yeah, you
Yeah,
still have
yeah.
to put in the work.
Right.
But visualization can be a really powerful tool
Mhm.
to help you stay motivated, focused, and on track.
So it's more about like
Yeah.
kind of like supplementing.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a supplement.
Yeah.
It's not the main course,
Okay.
but it can definitely enhance the flavor.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you think is like the biggest takeaway
Ooh, good question.
for our listeners? Like, what do we want them to really remember from this deep dive?
I think the biggest takeaway is that we all have this incredible power within us
Okay.
to shape our own reality.
Mm.
You know, visualization isn't some like mystical woo-woo thing.
Right.
It's a real technique
Uh-huh.
that has been proven to work.
Yeah.
And it's something that anyone can use.
Wow. So we really do have the power to like create our own futures. I believe so. Yeah. I mean, it's not always easy
Right.
and it takes effort,
Yeah.
but with the right mindset and the right tools, we can achieve anything we set our minds to.
That is very inspiring.
Mm.
I like that a lot.
Good.
Okay. Yeah, I love that idea that like we really do have the power to shape our own reality.
Yeah.
Like, that's so cool.
It is.
So for all of our listeners out there, like what's one thing we want them to take away from this deep dive on visualization?
I think the biggest thing is to just encourage everyone to like try it out.
Yeah.
You know, like pick one of the techniques that we talked about
Right.
and just give it a go.
Yeah.
Like, what have you got to lose?
Right. Yeah.
You know, and I think you'll be surprised at how powerful it can be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So like maybe pick one goal
Yeah.
that you've been wanting to achieve
Uh-huh.
and like try applying one of these visualization techniques to it.
Exactly.
Whether it's success mapping or sensory visualization or
Or even just setting a SMART goal
right, yeah, like
Yeah.
any of them. And just see what happens.
and see how it feels.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Yeah. And you know, I think the key here is to just be patient
Okay.
and consistent.
Uh-huh.
You know, like
Huh.
results may not happen overnight,
Right.
but if you stick with it,
Yeah.
I think you'll be amazed at what you can accomplish.
Well, I think that's great advice.
Good.
And I really appreciate you coming on the show today and talking about this.
Yeah, it was my pleasure.
This has been super insightful.
Glad to hear it.
I think I learned a lot, and I hope our listeners did too.
Me too.
So to everyone listening out there, we hope you found this deep dive into visualization helpful and inspiring.
Yeah.
Remember, you have the power to shape your own reality.
That's right.
So start visualizing those goals
Yes.
and make those dreams a reality.
Absolutely.
All right, that's it for today's deep dive. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.